So the Orlando Magic added Desmond Bane, and I don't think many people expected Bane to be moved this offseason, or maybe the Magic to go after someone of this caliber. There was rumors that they were linked to some point guards, or potentially going to go after point guards like Anthony Simons and maybe Trey Young, those sorts of guys. But getting Desmond Bane, I think personally, is such a good acquisition for this team. And joining Franz and Paolo, I think this is going to be a good mix moving forward. Their defensive nature, they needed a good shooter, and Desmond Bane adds shooting. Exactly what they need. And I think he could be a really good just scorer for this team. And I don't know. I didn't think they gave up too much. Like 4 picks, including a Phoenix pick might be a little overdoing it. But in all honesty, I feel like it was completely fine. They still have Anthony Black. They still have some of these younger guys like Tristan da Silva. They still have Jet Howard. They still have a lot of guys that they could potentially move this offseason to, like Wendell Carter. I don't know how we're going to run this center duo next year, but I think we can make one more trade and then we'll be moving on to the next season. So I'm very excited to actually play with this team. Jamal Mosley obviously is not going to get moved anywhere. We still have the 25th overall pick. So if there's a team out there that are willing to potentially move maybe Wendell Carter and pick 25, no, it's risky not drafting at all. But if there's any centers that really jump out at me, I wouldn't mind taking a pick or taking a punt on them. So Filipowski's interesting. Mitchell Robinson actually would be insanely good. He could be really good for this team. Okay, I'm almost considering doing that trade, and I think that trade could be really good for the team. So Nick Richards is another good player that we could potentially get. Robert Williams, like his injury history kind of scares me a little bit. But adding Mitchell Robinson to this already stacked offense or defense is going to be great. Let's see if we can move some seconds instead. We get a swap worse. We get a pick in 2028. Hey, you don't even need to give us that. We'll give you Wendell Carter and 2 second round picks for Mitchell Robinson. They agree. There we go. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. Our center rotation gets better. And I like Wendell Carter a little bit, but not as much to play him as a starting center on a championship team. So, okay, now we've got some options here. So Bogey Fland, I feel like he'd be off the board at this stage. Colin Murray Boyles is here, who I think we're going to take. We're going to take Colin Murray Boyles, and then we're also going to take, I like Dame Sarr. I like Tyrese Proctor as well. We'll take Tyrese Proctor here out of Duke, and there's 2 really good picks. Bam. All right. So I did already record a video, and I went bigger than Mitchell Robinson. I made a massive trade, and I didn't record any audio at all. So now we've got that fixed. So we're going to bring back Mo Wagner, Corey Joseph. I think we're going to let walk Caleb Houston, Howard, Bankero, and Anthony Black we're going to bring back. And then qualifying offers, we don't really have anyone here that we're going to bring back. So moratorium, we could have actually declined Mo, but we could have declined him and bought him back much cheaper. So it's going to be Suggs, Anthony Black, Desmond Bane. We need to sign a shooting guard. Franz, Tristan da Silva, or Houston or Howard, whoever really wants to stand up. Paolo and Jonathan Isaac, Mitchell Robinson, and probably Goga. That's fine. So any shooting guards here. Exum actually could be kind of fun. Bruce Brown also intrigues me a little bit. So we'll bring in Bruce Brown instead. And yeah, he decides to sign with us. So we'll decline everyone else. And then we'll move on. And we're pretty much just going to go for it, I think. I'm not really going to stop at the deadline. I don't think we're just going to let this team play out. Obviously, Mitchell Robinson would be such a big acquisition for this team. And yeah, hopefully we just play well next year. Not sure how this team's really going to go. Does Desmond Bane move the needle that much? But we'll find out. So we're going to... I guess Gary Harris can be moved. Or Gary Harris can just be waived. Yeah, okay. Gary Harris is gone. All right, so I'm going to see you guys at the end of year number 1, and hopefully we win a championship. Okay season, I'd say. Shea, MVP, Rookie of the Year, Cooper Flag. He actually got drafted by the Mavs for once. James Harden in Detroit, 6th Man of the Year. D-Boy Giannis, Armin Thompson Most Improved, Clutch Player Steph Curry, Jason Kidd Coach of the Year. And do we get any magic on any of these teams? It does not look like it. Okay, fair enough. All right, so we don't even get anyone on. Okay, we didn't even play any rookies, so that's fine. We end up as the 6th seed. Okay, so a season, maybe like a teething season, I guess. Desmond Bane was really good efficiency as well. France, Suggs. So maybe Mitchell Robinson wasn't the right call, but we traded Wendell Carter in 2 seconds, so it's not that bad. He was good from the field. Free throws was abysmal, but he provided steals, spread blocks. Maybe we need to look for a starting caliber center next year. So, yeah, apart from the main 4, it kind of fell off a little bit. So now we're stuck with the Cleveland Cavaliers, who never really make any changes. They got a center I might try and get next year. So we win game 1, they win game 2, they win game 3, and game 4. Okay, so we're going to drop this down to an 8-man rotation, and let's see if we can at least get out in game 6. We lose in 5. All right. So after an acquisition like that, Jamal Mosley might be on the block. So Celtics and Timberwolves win in 6. Anthony Edwards is your finals MVP. All right, cool. So I think we're going to let LeBron retire. Russ went back to the Lakers for whatever reason. Let's just let everyone retire on these teams. Draft lottery is going to be very interesting because I don't think we have a pick. Maybe we do, but it's late. We get pick 18. Okay. So that's going to be something we need to watch out for right now. So staff signing, we'll keep Jamal Mosley for 1 more year. And if we go out in the first round, then he might have to go. So we're here on the night of the NBA draft. And I think I want a new starting center. Mitchell Robinson's going to be great as a backup center, but I think I want to go and get a different center. So we'll throw Goga in here. I don't think they're going to want Goga, but they're going to get Goga. We'll throw... Do we throw Jonathan Isaac in here? Or do we throw Colin Murray Boyles in here? I feel like Jonathan Isaac is just really overhyped at this stage. And then we'll also throw in... Do we throw in Bruce Brown as well? And pick 18. Does this get it done for Jarrett Allen? They say no. I will give you our 2030 pick as well. 2 first-round picks and 3 rotational players. And they say no. Okay. How about we throw in 3 firsts and 3 players? They say yes. Okay. That was probably overkill, but I guess we managed to get our new starting center for sure. Here we can take, let's take Jalen Harrelson out of Notre Dame here, and that could be our only pick in this draft. So rookie signing, Harrelson, team player options. Everyone's going to get brought back because we're going to need all hands on deck now. And then Paolo, we're going to have to pay big money to. And I think Mitchell Robinson's actually a free agent too. He is. So let's sign him as a backup center. Let's just do maybe 3 years, 14 mil. So what's that? It's $52 million, I think, all up. Can't do math. So Mitchell Robinson's coming back. We'll sign him. Paolo is we're gonna match that for sure. So Paolo's coming back. Let's make sure we can sign both of those guys. Cool. And Caleb Houston, it could be trade money. Wait, someone signed elsewhere. I didn't see that. I didn't see who just signed elsewhere. But someone just left. That's bad. Was it Mo? I think Mo Wagner just signed elsewhere. Okay, let's just bring back Caleb Houston. We'll go 2 years, 7 mil. He's not really going to play. He might even be traded right now for us, but we bring him back. Okay, so we need a shooting guard, that's for sure. And then maybe we can look to trade Caleb Houston and someone else. So let's see. What shooting guards are here? So Bogdan, Luke Kennard, Bruce Brown got waived? I don't know. I thought we signed him for a 2-year deal. Lonnie Walker's here. Johnny Zhang is here, actually. If I don't actually not... Okay, I reckon we sign Johnny for 2 years. Let's see if we can actually bring him in. And he signs. Okay, cool. So now my thinking is... Are there any point guards sitting here as well? Look, no one amazing, which... I was kind of thinking of moving on from Anthony Black because I don't really want to pay him what he wants next year. Because he wants $29 million. And that's a lot of money. That's a heap of money. So let's see if we can find potentially maybe a... I don't know what we really want. I think we just leave it. I think we just leave it for next year and we can combine some of these guys at the deadline if we really need to. So our only move this year is going to be bringing in Jarrett Allen, which I think is a huge acquisition for us. And yeah, everyone's going up on this team, which you love to see. So I'm pretty happy with what we've done so far. Maybe Anthony Black shows out and we end up trading Suggs over Black, but I'm very excited for this season. I think this season should be a very interesting, very good one, and hopefully we can win a championship. I think that definitely shores up our defensive stocks and our center stocks a lot. So yeah, hopefully the offense is good enough. So I'm sitting here really considering this trade right now. Keontae George, Taylor Hendricks are at the deadline with 30 and 23. And then I get to one of the last pages here and there is an offer for Scoot Henderson. We're going to have to pay him, I think. I don't think he signed an extension. He hasn't. So we're going to have to pay him big money. Big money to stick around. Keontae George has signed an extension. We do need a power forward, though. So the thing is, if we can get a power forward... Well, they don't really have a power forward, apart from Denny. If we can somehow flip this trade and get ourselves Denny, I think we're looking good. I don't know who we're going to throw in. How far away? $5 million is all we need. And we could be a championship team. So, I don't even know. I'll throw in Jet Howard because Jet Howard has some value. And then we might have to just do picks. So, is Mika Potter... Okay, Mika Potter's 1 star. Does this even... Oh, okay. So, they want Colin Murray Boyles and our first, and they'll... Okay, how about we don't do that and we just give you a couple seconds instead? Would you consider this? They say no. Okay. I kind of want to do... Man, I don't want to give up Colin Murray Boyles. I feel like he's going to be so good for us. I'll give up Tristan De Silva instead, and you can give us, like... Do you have... Okay, we can take Malachi Flynn. He's 2 stars, and we'll give you our first round pick. Is this better? Does this tickle your fancy a little bit more? They say no, they want Johnny Zhang. Well, I don't want a Kogi, man. I do not want a Kogi. So we'll give you a second instead. Okay. All right. How about we give you Harrelson? No, they don't want Harrelson. I don't want a Kogi. Why do they keep trying to give us a Kogi? Do they have like a shooting guard? They have Nick Smith Jr., who is someone that we'll have to pay as well. And I don't know if I really want that. This is so tough. This is so tough. We're gonna have to basically reset our whole team. But Denny and Scoot, I think we're gonna have to do it. I think we're gonna have to do it. We did it. Okay, we just made a huge blockbuster trade. A massive blockbuster trade. So now we've got Scoot, Desmond Bane, Franz, Parlo, Jarrett Allen, Suggs, Denny, Mitchell Robinson. I don't want to play a Kogi at all. And Colin Murray Boyles is there too. So we just emptied. We just emptied the heck out of our bench unit. That is nuts. Okay, so maybe a Kogi does get some minutes for us then. What does our system proficiency look like? That's still good. And shot tendencies, we're giving Scoot 88. Yeah, I'm pretty good with what we have right now. I think we just hopefully just became contenders. I love this team. This Scoot just adds the scoring that we need and the playmaking. Denny off the bench is huge for us. And we're gonna have to pay Scoot, but I think we made the right choice. I'm going through to the end of the year now. We don't have to pay Anthony Black $30 million, but we're gonna have to pay Scoot, and I think I'm happy with that. So are we gonna get our first win? Okay, we got our first win after 2 losses. Kind of scary. Franz, Paulo, Suggs, Scoot wasn't very good. Maybe Scoot's a 6-man. I mean, I'm happy with that too. We won 47 games of the year, so a lot of improvement. Jokic wins MVP, Cameron Brisbane Rookie of the Year, 6th player Josh Giddey, Wemby Depoy, most improved VJ Edgecombe, KD the clutch player, and coach of the year goes to Jason Kidd. Any Magic players on any of these teams? Unfortunately not. I think we're just like a well spread team. Potentially too strong at the top, but we end up as the 3rd seed, and we lost so many times to the Hornets this year, and now we get the Hornets right now. So they're your points per game. Maybe too many mouths to feed. I don't know. We might have to maybe trade someone this offseason, and I don't know who it's going to be. They have Dylan Harper, Brandon Miller, Nick Richards, TJ Salon. Yeah, they're a really interesting team. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us. And Game 4 goes to the Hornets. Game 5. Okay, we're not doing this, 2K. We are not doing this. Let's drop it down to an 8-man rotation. Let's just play all our main guys as many minutes as we can. And we get to in 6. All right, so now we draw Toronto. They upset the Pacers. Trey Johnson is a great acquisition for them. They still have pretty much the whole same team. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to Toronto. Game 4 goes to us. And Game 5 goes to us. So now we draw the Brooklyn Nets. Trey Mann, Lee McNeely, John Collins. They have a pretty good team. They still have Claxton. They still have Cam Johnson as well. Game 1 goes to them. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to us. And Game 5 goes to us. So we're in the finals up against the Mavs. Paolo versus Kyrie. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Game 1 goes to the Mavs. Game 2 goes to the Mavs. This is how it always is, man. This is insane. Game 3. The Mavs are just a cheat code in this game. We get swept. Cooper Flag is your finals MVP. We get swept. I mean, yeah, fair. They're a good team, but come on, man. All right, one more year to turn this around. We don't have any draft picks. I think we might have a 2nd. But yeah, it's a very interesting. Or do we have a pick? I don't think we have a pick. It's going somewhere. It's going somewhere. I don't even know. Jamal Mosley, I think we're going to keep him around just because he did get us to the finals. Yeah, we lost, but I think we just have to keep him around. Pick 42. Let's take Joe Smith, the most random name ever, and then we'll take Dusty Pickett. Love taking Dusty Pickett. Cool. All right. So, rookie signing, make sure we sign them both. Team player options, we're going to bring both these guys back. Qualifying offers, Proctor and Scoot, we're going to have to pay right now. So, I'm ready to spend some money. And Scoot wants an insane amount, so we can definitely sign him. I guess we'll go 36 over 5. He's a restricted free agent. We probably should have waited. Okay, but we get Scoot, so we're just going to bring him back. And he agrees. Okay. Cool. All right. So we get Colin Murray Bowlers back too. So Jalen Suggs and Scoot. I think we can maybe trade Joe Smith. I don't know. So Scoot and Suggs are our point guard rotation. Desmond Bane is our shooting guard. So we're going to need a backup shooting guard. Franz and Okogie. I don't hate having Okogie around, but I feel like we might look to trade him. And Colin Murray Boys isn't actually getting any time behind Denny anyway. So unless Denny wants to play maybe Denny can play the 2 or the 3. Let's see what happens if we move Denny back to, okay, he goes up. Okay, so I think we look for a quick trade where I'm just gonna trade finder it. Let's go a Kogi and like Harrelson could develop. So let's just go Dusty and a second. Swap best with the Lakers. Can we get a shooting guard? Cam Christie. Potentially could be good. Would rather Max. But Alex Caravan, Jordan Goodwin might be the only option that we have. Benny Stiers, LeBron. That could be an interesting choice. Iguodala, Caleb Houston. We can bring Caleb Houston back. So I guess we go get this LeBron guy. He could develop nicely. So yeah, we get a Houston first round pick from that. So let's just do that. So then we can move him to the shooting guard. If he goes up, that'd be nice. He stays the same. Does Suggs go? He goes down. Okay. And Scoot goes up 1. So I'll just play him 76 overall. That's completely fine by me. Do we want to look to trade Mitchell Robinson for another center? I don't know if we really have to. I think Mitchell Robinson might be fine, but I'm just thinking salary. But this is the last year, so we could just go all in. Does anyone want to give us anything good for... Yeah, no real other centers. There's some other players, but no real crazy centers. Okay, I'm good kind of having what we have. I'll sign someone just to sign someone, I guess, and have that as a tradable piece. It doesn't actually look like there's too many people to sign though. Okay, we can sign Steph Curry apparently. Any shooting guards here that we wouldn't mind spending some money on, like Jordan Miller? Yeah, sure. Give me Jordan Miller, 2 years, and we'll overpay a little bit for him. We can bring back Tyrese Proctor. Cool. So Jordan Miller joins us, and we'll move on to player progression, and hopefully we get back Proctor because it'll cool. So hopefully, maybe, I don't even know, win a championship with Tyrese Proctor on the team. Franz is down 1 overall, but everyone else is going up. So I'm hoping this team is good enough. I'm hoping we don't have too many mouths to feed, but Jamal Mosley, take us to the promised land. So we won 52 games for the season, and Cooper Flagg in his second season, second season, is your MVP. Rookie of the Year goes to Tyron Stokes, Hugo 6th player, Wemby Depoy, most improved Javon Sannon, and Luka clutch player. Jason Kidd gets coach of the year. We were so close to getting coach of the year as well. I think this whole competition this year is a lot more spread out, so it's going to be interesting to see what kind of happens here. We don't get anyone. San Diego Clippers. Was he? That's a G League team. Okay, so we end up as the 2 seed. So we didn't even get the 1 seed. Nuts. So there's your points per game. There's your rebounds. There's your assists. I think maybe like there's too many scorers. Jaden Hardy found his way to the Miami Heat. Interesting. They have a very good team. Very strong team. We win game 1. We win game 2. We lose game 3 and game 4. So it's a proper series now. And game 5. Man, if 2K makes us lose right now, I'm just going to drop this down to an 8-man rotation real quick and see what happens if we go to a simcast. So, man, I don't even know what happens if we lose this. Obviously, we lose and we're out. But I don't know. I don't understand. Sometimes I build teams in this game and they do really good. And then sometimes I build teams and they just don't work. And I don't know what the secret formula is. I really don't. Because I see it happen with so many other guys that make videos on NBA 2K and we're going to lose. We just get eliminated. Right? Like that. Gone. Maybe it's the coach. I don't know. Maybe it's something else. So Tyrese versus Wemby. And the Spurs win it all. Wemby is the finals MVP. Alright, I'm going 1 more year just to make sure that we can, like, I don't even know. I don't think we have any picks in this year's draft, which is fine. Head coach. we're going to find someone new. So I'm going to try and maybe get Nick Nurse, or Tyronn Lue would be nice, or Steve Kerr would be insane. Or Ime. We'll take Udoka as well. Okay, we get Tyronn Lue or we get Ime Udoka. I'm going to take Tyronn Lue for sure. And maybe a new coach changes things for us. I don't know. Let's go to the next pick. So we have pick 58. Let's take Alexander Wood. Second last pick in the draft. Okay. So yeah, rookie signing. Make sure we sign him. Team player options. We'll bring back both these guys. Qualifying offers. We've got Philip and some of these other guys to offer contracts too. So hopefully no one else. Denny is a free agent and Denny wants like $30 million. This might be a sign and trade, in all honesty. So let's just give him 3 for 34. We can't afford him. Wow. Okay. Obviously we can't afford him. We've got an expensive team. So Franz, maybe we trade Franz. I don't know what for, but yeah, maybe we trade Franz away. That just sucks about Denny. What did he do last year? I mean, he was coming off the bench. Do we want Denny or do we want Franz? Do we mix it up a little bit? I'm kind of thinking I want Denny on my team. I don't know why. I don't know what's drawing me to want to trade Franz away. But something is. But he's a 90 overall. We can get Colin Sexton and Davion Mitchell, which are pretty good options off the bench, not gonna lie. Zubac, Kareem Lopez as a rookie contract. He hasn't really played much. Walker Kessler. Walker Kessler is an insane proposition to throw up right now. And there's no one else really. Like Herb Jones is interesting, Duran's interesting. I think he's just making too much money, maybe. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, is Suggs someone that we can potentially move? Like, what's he been doing? He's been okay for us. We can get Floyd Badunga, who hasn't played much. Bazalis, who's an interesting option. I actually don't mind getting Bazalis. I think we're gonna mess up the team big time if we do this though. We can get Carter Bryant and Reed Shepherd. That's actually not too bad. Like, these players could develop. That's actually not a bad, and they're cheap too, so might be a good option. We can get Walker Kessler actually if we trade Suggs, which is insane. Keon Ellis or Jalen Williams, Daniel Gafford. Yeah, I don't know. Essengate is very interesting actually. And we get Hardenstein, but don't really want Hardenstein. Hugo is very tempting. We get Nas Reed too. Can move him to the power forward. Okay. I think we move Suggs, but I don't know who for. I don't mind this Carter Bryant and Reed Shepherd one. The team gets a little bit younger, which is like always interesting. And we shed some money. I'm gonna do this trade. That's a big move we just made. Okay, so it's gonna be Scoot Henderson, Reed Shepherd, Desmond Bane. I'm gonna need to find a way. We need to bring back Denny for sure. Colin Murray Boyles and Carter Bryant. So maybe one of those guys can be moved to the small forward spot. Oop. They don't go up or down or anything. Okay. Do we have enough money to potentially bring back Franz now though? Or Denny? I don't think we do. I think we're well over the cap. Yeah, I don't actually know. How can we say that at all? If we go Denny, when negative, wait, negative 140. Okay. So if we do like 2 years and we bring this down to this, I don't think we can sign him at all. Okay, that kind of sucks. That sucks big time for us. Okay, so can Carter Bryant play the small forward then? Colin Murray Boyles is actually smaller. He goes down 1 overall. Um, oops. Yeah, he goes down 1 overall, but we'll just do that. So Henderson, Shepherd, Desmond Bane. We need a shooting guard, which we can probably find right now. In the trade. So yeah, there's not many good options at all here. Not gonna lie. That is nuts. There's like hardly anyone that I'd want to sign. I'd want to sign Denny, but we can't. I guess we can do Trade Finder and just trade Jordan Miller and Joe Smith for another shooting guard. I don't think there's going to be any really offered to us though. No. Okay, so we might have to just play with Jordan Miller. So we're not so right. Oh, actually, Jalen Hallison. Wait, one of these guys could definitely come back. Where's this LeBron guy? He's an 81 overall. Let's see if we can sign him instead. Unless he wants crazy money. And then we definitely might lose him, which would suck. He wants $20 million. Okay, that's an absolute no from me. So what do we... I don't want to say goodbye to... Okay, let's just see if any of these guys come back. Let's just go through to like the last day of moratorium and see if maybe we can get Denny back cheap. But I don't think we're going to be able to, which is crazy unfortunate. But these things happen. Okay. So, Denny. Can we afford Denny at all? Let's see. He will come back. We can't afford him on anything. That is nuts. Okay, we can offer him a tiny deal. We get Proctor back, we get Phillip back, we get Harrison back. We lose Denny. Okay. Denny agrees to a $28 million deal with the Pistons. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so Desmond Bane's going down. So we need to win it all this year. So Wemby wins MVP in our final year. Izan Amalza is Rookie of the Year. 6th-player Yakashonas, Wemby Depoy, Most Improved Darius Akuf, Luka Clutch Player, and Coach of the Year so Willie Green. 56 wins. Any Magic players on any of these teams? Nope. Not again. Alright, that's crazy. Not even on any teams. We are the 3rd seed. Okay, so a bit of a fallback. Obviously, we lost a huge player in Denny to nothing. And yeah, Franz maybe would have been the right call to trade. Scoot was good. Paulo was good. Reed Shepard was great. Desmond Bane has fallen off the face of the earth. All right, so Atlanta are the 1 seed now. We have the Bulls who have Trae Young. They have such a good team, man. That is insane. All right, game 1 goes to them. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to them. Game 5 goes to us. And game 6 goes to them. All right, so now we're going to a game 7. If we lose right now, I don't know. I don't actually know. I don't know how else we could have constructed this Magic team. Maybe holding on to... Okay, we won. We won. Okay, crazy. Maybe holding on to some of the guys a little bit longer. So let's actually just change this completely. Thanks, Tyronn Lue, for coming in. I forgot to change any of your settings. Okay, so maybe that's why we weren't playing balanced. That's on me. That's on me. We're playing defensive and not balanced. So let's see what happens here. Game 1 goes to Brooklyn. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3. Okay, let's before this goes any worse, let's just fix this and see what happens. Game 4 goes to us. Game 5 goes to Brooklyn. Okay, maybe maybe that didn't change anything. All right, let's see what happens. Maybe we'll go home in round 2 against this young up-and-coming Brooklyn team. I don't know, but I'd like to win. And okay, we have a strong last quarter. We're going to another game 7. Our boys would be absolutely flat right now. This has been a slug, this final so far. But it's back and forth, back and forth. Maybe we should have left it on defense. I don't know. and we end up winning and going to another conference finals. So no Denny. We'll see what happens. Game 1 goes to us. Wait, who do Washington have? They, okay, have a very good team. I like that team a lot. They win game 2. We win game 3. Well, we lose game 4 and game 5. Okay, so we're going to another slugfest here. Maybe Scooty Henderson's not someone that should lead an offense. Maybe that's where I've gone wrong in this rebuild. But who knows? We're gonna lose. I wasn't even watching. We're gonna lose. Wizards versus Thunder, and the Wizards go on to win it all. Okay, well, couldn't win the Orlando a championship, and I tried my best. We lost some good players to free agency. We traded some good players along the way, but Desmond Bane, man, I thought he would be a little bit better, but he wasn't. We bring in Scoot, who was pretty good for us, and Paulo obviously is the guy. So hopefully the Magic in the next few years have better luck than I did in this rebuild, but I'll catch you guys in the next one.